There's a peace that lives in a clean space, not because it sparkles or smells like lemon, but because it feels cared for by your hands, cared for by your presence. But as we age, that same peace can feel harder to reach. The mop feels heavier. The cabinets seem higher. The idea of scrubbing on your knees sounds like something from a younger lifetime. And so, slowly, quietly, the home that once felt peaceful begins to feel like a list of tasks. A dusty corner, a cluttered drawer, a fridge that needs wiping. And suddenly, instead of resting in your space, you begin to feel overwhelmed by it. We, elderly counsel, want to speak to that feeling, not with shame, not with urgency, but with gentleness. Because you're not lazy, you're not behind. You've just entered a new season, and it requires a new kind of care. That's why today we're sharing the first 3 of 10 cleaning methods. Not rules, not chores, just simple, practical ideas designed for the body you have now and the peace you still deserve. These are tips that lighten both the space and the mind, because when your home breathes easier, so do you. 1. The broom in the bathroom, reclaiming hard-to-reach places. Let's begin where so many aches begin, the knees. The idea of bending over the edge of a tub, scrubbing with one hand while steadying yourself with the other, is enough to make many people avoid cleaning the bathroom altogether. But there's a simple shift that changes everything. Use your broom. A basic plastic bristled broom can act as an extension of your arm. Just spray your cleaner directly onto the shower walls or bathtub. Vinegar with a bit of dish soap works wonders, and then use the broom to scrub. You'll be amazed at how easily it glides, how far it reaches, and how much pressure you can apply without straining your back or joints. Want to go one step further? Keep a dedicated cleaning broom in the bathroom. Label it, make it yours. That way, each time you walk past it, you're reminded, this doesn't have to hurt anymore. Why does this help calm your mind? Because every time you postpone a difficult task, your mind stores it as a loop. I need to do that. I still haven't done that. But when the task becomes easy and even satisfying, the loop breaks and you get your mental space back. 2. Fridge Zen. How a sheet of plastic wrap brings peace. There's something quietly defeating about opening the refrigerator and seeing dried spills under jars, crumbs in the drawers, or mysterious stickiness on a shelf. You want to clean it, but taking everything out, scrubbing each surface, that's not a 5-minute task. That's a whole event. Enter cling wrap. Yes, the same kind you use for leftovers. Instead of cleaning your fridge from scratch every month, line your shelves and drawers with cling film or wax paper. Press it down firmly. You won't even notice it's there. Then, when a spill happens, when crumbs collect, you don't need to scrub. You just lift the layer and throw it away. It's like having disposable fridge liners. Simple, quiet, effective. And here's the mental magic. This small act turns your fridge from a source of guilt into a space of ease. Each time you open the door, you're not greeted with, I should, you're greeted with, this feels clean. And that shift, from tension to relief, may be the most powerful kind of cleaning there is. 3. The dishwasher secret. It's not just for dishes. Many of us grew up treating the dishwasher like a sacred machine. Plates in the bottom, cups on top. Run it only when it's full. But did you know that your dishwasher is one of the most underused tools in the whole house? You can clean much more than dishes in it, and once you start using it differently, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. Try placing these items on the top rack. Stove knobs, just pop them off. Fan grates from small appliances, plastic soap dishes, toothbrush holders, dish drying racks, microwave turntable glass, rubber pet toys, small indoor plant pots, if not painted or ceramic. This method has 2 big benefits. First, it saves you the time and physical effort of scrubbing those items by hand. No more bending over the sink, no more soaking in hot water. Just load, press start, and let the machine work while you rest. Second, It gives you a sense of progress without exhaustion. You get to feel that beautiful post-cleaning satisfaction without having lifted anything heavier than a spatula. And here's something we don't talk about enough. In older age, it's not the cleaning itself that's hard, it's the recovery afterward. 1 hour of scrubbing used to be no big deal. Now it can take the rest of the day to bounce back. That's why learning to delegate work to the tools you already have is a form of wisdom. It's not about doing less, it's about doing smarter. 4. The window cloth trick. Clean glass without the strain. Some cleaning tasks seem simple until you try to do them the old way. Cleaning windows is one of those tasks. It looks easy. But for those of us over 60, it comes with hidden costs. Lifting arms overhead, balancing on a stool, leaning too far over a sink. Before you know it, your shoulders ache, your balance feels unsteady, and the whole process leaves you more exhausted than satisfied. That's why we recommend a different approach. Use long-handled tools and microfiber cloths. And not just any cloths, but the kind that don't require sprays. There are high-quality microfiber cloths designed specifically for windows. One wipe with water, followed by a dry polish with the second cloth, and your glass shines. No buckets, no streaks, no chemicals, no reaching up with a bottle in one hand and paper towels in the other. How to make it work for you? Invest in a window cleaning wand with a telescopic handle. You can find lightweight models that extend comfortably without strain. Dampen one cloth slightly with warm water. Gently wipe the window surface using slow, full-length strokes, ideally from one side to the other. Then, follow with the dry cloth. That's it. No need for glass cleaner sprays, which often leave behind streaks or require extra rubbing. No need to balance dangerously, just a simple glide and a moment of clarity. And the beauty? You're not just clearing the glass. You're letting in light. You're inviting the outside world in and saying, I'm here, still enjoying the view. 5. The tray rule. Taming cluttered surfaces with grace. It happens slowly. One magazine, then your reading glasses, a remote, a coaster, a pen. Before long, your coffee table looks like a yard sale, and your kitchen counter, a battlefield. But clearing these surfaces doesn't have to mean removing everything. Sometimes it just means containing them. Here enters what we call the tray rule. Instead of leaving items loose across a table, place them in a shallow tray or decorative basket. Same number of items, but now the space looks tidy, purposeful, intentional. Why does this work? Because our brains love borders. When things are grouped, our minds see order, even if nothing was removed. This is particularly helpful for those who don't want to reduce or throw anything away, but still crave visual peace. Try it on. Coffee tables, bathroom countertops, kitchen islands, entryway tables, nightstands. The trick is to choose a tray or container that complements the space, something pretty or simple that fits your aesthetic. Even something as small as a wooden breadboard can become a calm space for your most used items. And what starts as a tray becomes something more. It becomes a ritual, a return point, a reminder. This is where my things live, and they don't need to spread beyond it. For many older adults, visual clutter equals mental clutter. And this quiet technique clears both, without taking anything away. 6. Dusting without ladders. The duster that changes everything. There was a time when you could climb a chair to dust the top shelf, no problem. Now, one missed step can mean weeks of recovery, and yet the dust keeps settling. On ceiling fans, on bookshelves, on cabinet tops. Places you see even if you don't clean them every day. And those layers of dust? They speak to your peace of mind. They whisper, you haven't kept up. But here's the truth. You don't need a ladder to feel in control again. You just need a tool that bends to your needs, not the other way around. Look for an extendable microfiber duster, one with a flexible head that can angle itself along shelves, fans, or baseboards. These dusters attract particles instead of kicking them into the air, and they're washable, reusable, and surprisingly satisfying to use. Even more important, they make dusting safe again. You stay planted, you stay balanced, but the tool does the reaching. And emotionally, there's something healing about removing a layer of dust. It's a physical act, but it's also symbolic. It says, this still matters. I still care. 7. The 15-minute reset. The habit that resets the home and the mind. We end this section not with a tool, but a rhythm. Because no matter how gentle your methods are, some days you won't want to clean. You'll feel tired, overwhelmed, maybe even defeated. And on those days, the mess grows. And as it grows, your mind feels heavier. That's why we recommend this one simple daily habit, the 15-minute reset. It works like this. Once a day, at the same time if possible, you set a timer. 15 minutes, no more, no less. You choose one area, maybe the living room, maybe just the kitchen sink. You do only what fits inside the time, not what's urgent, not what you've been dreading, just what feels possible right now. This habit works for several reasons. It sets a boundary. You're not cleaning until it's done. You're cleaning until the timer says stop. It builds momentum. You'll often find that 15 minutes was more than enough to bring a sense of order. It resets your space and your mindset. Every day, a little bit of care, a little bit of return. Why is this so effective for people over 60? Because routines are harder to maintain as life slows down. Without external structure, it's easy to lose track of the days. But the 15-minute reset becomes your anchor, a small act of discipline that feels like a kindness. And often, it's not the space that changes the most, but how you feel inside it. 8. Simplify the cleaners, one spray to replace them all. It starts with a cabinet under the sink, then maybe a caddy in the hallway. Before long, cleaning products multiply. Glass cleaner, stainless steel polish, tile spray, floor concentrate, wood balm, lemon wipes, and 2 kinds of bleach. Some half-used, some expired, some you never really liked, but kept just in case. You open that door, and what should be a tool becomes a burden. What was meant to make life easier now makes it heavier. Here's the shift. Go back to one. Not nothing, just one. Create a single, gentle, all-purpose cleaning spray that you love. Something with a soft scent. Something that doesn't leave your hands dry. Something that works well enough, even if not perfectly, on most surfaces. Because at this stage in life, perfection matters less than consistency. A simple recipe to try. 1 part white vinegar, 1 part water. A few drops of dish soap. Optional, a few drops of essential oil, like lavender or orange. Mix it in a spray bottle. Label it clearly. Store it within easy reach. This spray becomes more than a cleaner. It becomes a signal, a scent, a moment in the day when you say, I'm taking care of my space, not because it has to be done, but because it feels good to do it. And the space under the sink? Now it holds only what you need. And that simplicity, that space, begins to echo through the rest of the home. 9. Make a cleaning basket that stays out, not hidden away. Here's something we've noticed. When cleaning tools are tucked away, they're easy to forget. Out of sight becomes out of reach. And when energy is limited, even the act of finding supplies becomes a task too big to begin. So what happens? We postpone, we hesitate, we avoid. And the longer we wait, the harder it gets. That's why we recommend making a visible cleaning basket. Not one hidden in a cabinet, but one that lives quietly in plain sight. A small tray, a woven basket, a little corner near the dining table or on the laundry machine. In it, keep your gentle all-purpose spray, a microfiber cloth or 2, a small dusting brush, a magic eraser, disposable gloves, if you like them, 1 folded cleaning rag, that's it. Not a full cleaning kit, just what you need for 10 minutes of peace. The point isn't to make your home look like a showroom. It's to remind yourself, cleaning doesn't have to be a production. It can be quiet. It can be simple. It can be something you do while the kettle heats or while you wait for the laundry to finish. By making your tools easy to reach and even a little beautiful, you invite ease back into the ritual. And ease is what we're really after. 10. Close the day with a cloth. There's something special about how a day ends. For many, the hours before bed are the loneliest or the most restless. The mind replays old stories, the body feels tired but unsettled, and the house, even if still, holds the quiet mess of a day lived. Dishes in the sink, crumbs on the table, a coffee ring, not much, but enough to feel unfinished. So here is our last cleaning method. Let the day end with a cloth in hand. Nothing grand, just a simple wipe. Maybe the kitchen counter, maybe the bathroom sink, maybe the surface of the table where you ate alone or with someone you love. Use your favorite cloth, one that feels soft in your hands. Use warm water or your all-purpose spray. Breathe while you wipe. Let the cloth be your closing gesture, a way of saying, "This day mattered, I showed up for it, and now it's ready to rest." It's not just about cleaning, it's about completion. The action is small, the impact is deep, because how you close your day becomes how your body prepares for sleep, and a calm home, however humble, becomes a mirror for a calm mind. A closing word from elderly counsel. You've now met all 10 methods, not commandments, not routines written in stone, just invitations. 10 ways to shift how you relate to your home and to yourself, because cleaning is never just about the mess. It's about rhythm, it's about memory, it's about tending to the spaces that hold us and the stories we still live in. As we age, we don't need to keep up. We need to slow down and still care. And caring doesn't have to look like scrubbing floors or bleaching grout. It can look like a cloth in your hand, a shelf that breathes, a room that smells like lemon and water, a drawer that finally closes, a moment of pride as you sit and say, "I did what I could, and that's enough." If this story resonated with you, let us know. Which method will you try first? What small shift has helped bring ease into your daily life? We are Elderly Counsel, and we believe that your space reflects your spirit. So let it be quiet, let it be soft, let it be yours. Thank you for being here. Take care of your home, and let it take care of you.